Good morning, Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma. Welcome to the Special Report Morning Edition. I'm Chris Oldcorn with Colette Linden. We'd like to thank KC Securities for being our sponsor, both the morning edition of Special Report and the afternoon.
You do have a radio voice on top of your television voice, doesn't he? Doesn't he?
Well, that's where I started.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, happy hump day, Chris.
Thank you.
You're
Same
welcome.
to you. And actually, weather's getting better, so this is
know.
actually going to be a nice one for once.
I know. I didn't have to leave my car running for too long. So what do we have for weather?
Yeah. So this morning, if you were up at the time that we were, you need to warm your car up a little to get the frost off. At least I had to. So the weather, okay. It's going to be nice for a day, and then it's going back in the crapper. But at least we get 12s today. And the low today is 4, which was actually basically our high yesterday. So that's a good start. That's a good start. However, going back down to 7 tomorrow, and then popping back up to 11 on Friday. However, the next 2 days there'll be rain. But the good news is Saturday is going to be the nice day on the weekend.
Like what? What are you saying? Like what's nice?
15.
I trust your opinion of nice.
Which at this point, 15 is, I'll take it.
Beach weather.
Yeah, I mean, last Saturday it was actually below 0. So yeah, good times, good times.
Right.
However, it will also rain on Sunday, but the rain on Monday now has disappeared, and they're saying sort of a mix of sun and clouds, also fairly warm. But Saturday will be of this long weekend. Saturday is going to be the nice day.
We're holding him to this Saturday nice weather. That's it. And I'm going to get
I would like to point out
31% of the time.
31% of the time.
I knew you were going to say that.
Weather people are correct, and the other, they're not. It's the only job you can do, and actually do it less than 50% and not get fired.
I think you're just making excuses right now. I'm going to blow you some text, blow your phone up on Saturday if it's nasty.
Well, don't you want me to be wrong on Sunday?
Good point.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on from this guy, let's talk about some construction. Holy, felt like I was back in Hamilton yesterday. I'm driving, Wallace Terrace, and I get to the underpass, and there's road closure signs everywhere. And what's the most ridiculous point of the story? I was the one that reported it in the newscast that at that point, there's no way through. So, to remind you, don't go that way. I had to go back around. But hey, I actually had to wait at a stop sign there was 2 cars ahead of me, and I waited.
Yeah, well, Canada has 2 weather seasons, winter and road work. So we're now entering road work because we're getting into double digits. I mean, 12.
Yeah.
12 today, it's sweltering.
Well, that's another good point. City Council the other night approved the project, so I know Farwell Terrace is going to be taking a hit, and Black Road, Trunk Road got the new
which just
money.
Got approved through the Connecting Links program, which so that'll be where it used to be the Husky Station, now the Esso coming into town. That's all going to be paved again. They're redoing some of the sewers there because I think there's some sort of sewerage problem there that they need to widen it.
Buried infrastructure.
Well, yeah, because they want to be able to put more businesses there, but they need to expand the services to be able to do that. Because right now there's like World Cars there and stuff like that.
That must have something to do with the Giant Tiger maybe too, right?
Giant Tiger, they want that to sort of expand as well. So they have to expand the services there to be able to do that.
I wonder when that Giant Tiger is set to open. It's supposed to be spring, but maybe they're ready to go. Maybe that's July we're hearing now?
Yeah. When I was there the other day at the Food Basics, they were doing the thing on the roof.
Yeah.
Sorry, my dad actually is a project manager for construction and worked on the Skydome and all kinds of things, and I can't do anything in construction.
So doing this thing on the roof just must make your dad feel so proud right now. Yeah, it's doing the thing on the roof that smells bad. That kind of smells like when you're paving. Okay.
I think it's tarring. Yes, thank you, producer Mike in my ear. It's called tarring. The only thing I have actually done since I've moved here that's construction is I hung blinds, but no, it's not that impressive.
Not good.
It's the stick-on ones you get at Home Depot.
I've heard enough. Come on,
and that is the extent of my construction abilities. We learned at a young age that I had to pursue a different career path than my father.
Well, you did a good choice. You made a good choice. I have an awesome story for you. Imagine you are driving up to the border. You're American or you're Canadian. Let's just put you in a scenario. And you pull up to the Border Patrol and you ask them if they have any marijuana.
Oh, well, they could have seized some.
Well, he had some. He told them like
well,
he did have some, but he was wondering if he could have some more. So,
So the border guard did sell him some, and then he asked for extra?
well, at 7 o'clock last
Was he
night.
like trying to supersize it, like at McDonald's or something?
I don't think he realized where he was pulling in. Like, this is not a drive-through. This was Border
stupid
Patrol.
can he be?
Well, pretty stupid.
I
At
guess
7
so,
o'clock
yeah.
last night, the police services were called to the board right here at 125 Huron Street regarding an impaired driver. Oh, wow. There's a little twisted story. He was impaired.
Surprise!
It's alleged that he drove his vehicle into the inspection lane, declared he had marijuana on him, and asked the border security if he could buy some more.
Huh.
What do you think happened to him?
I'm guessing he didn't get more marijuana.
No.
I think his marijuana
I think he probably
content
lost
level
his
might have gone
stash.
down a little. Might have lost what he already had.
Yes, I'm
so
pretty
then
sure he
down to
lost
nothing.
his stash. The accused was given a drug recognition evaluation, and guess what?
What is a drug recognition evaluation?
Well, he performed poorly, so pretty much it's... He
didn't do well?
He did not do very
Did he
well.
get 31%?
Yeah, I think he got less than that. He's charged with impaired driving, alcohol, and drugs. He's scheduled to appear in court on July the 6th.
Well, if you're going to do it, make it a hat trick. Like, we could do 3 things.
That's bad. I do have a story about this one. We were out with some friends, and he wanted to take a cab home. We were in London, Ontario. Actually, I know you have.
I went to Western.
Oh, Party City.
Oh, yes.
We were in London, and he turned.
I went to
around-
Western, and I was in the fraternity.
Well, maybe.
I hope my mom's not watching.
Fraternity. So he turns around, he says, "I want in this cab," and gets in, and they're like, "Sir, sir," and he's like, "It was a police car." So. Yeah, it wasn't a cab. So be careful if you're pulling into Border Patrol that it's not Hello Cannabis, and when you're looking for a cab that it's not the police department.
I did that once at an airport when I thought I called an Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the wrong spot, and I just went to a white Hyundai, because that's what it said on the thing.
Oh my
And I
God, you did
opened
not
the
get in the
back
vehicle,
door
did you?
And went to get in, and I realized I wasn't at the Uber sign. It was actually a little bit further down. I was at the picking up passenger area still.
Stranger
Yeah.
danger. There's
Yeah,
gonna be kids in the car.
that freaked the lady out pretty much. So
That is not good. Well, we have way more stories to unveil. Apparently, Chris has got quite the little past here. So we'll be right back with more information after this commercial break.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Good morning. Was that better?
yeah, there
Yeah?
you go. You're starting to sound like a radio voice now.
We have some Facebook shout outs. What do you
Yes, we do.
What is everyone saying to us today?
Yeah.
Oh.
We got 5 people in there all saying good morning. Thank you very much. We got Glenna, Nicole, Daniel from KC Security,
Hi,
our title sponsor.
Daniel.
Thanks, Daniel. And, oh, Lord.
What?
Vano, maybe? I really apologize for this. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But it's Vanio, V-A-I-N-O.
Oh, hello, Daniel. I like that name.
I hope I did that somewhat correct. All right, so
Good morning, everyone.
COVID-19.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, COVID-19.
So right now we just, as far as we know, just have the 3 cases that are at extended care Mapleview here in town.
Yeah.
The Ontario numbers, we will have those for you at lunch, and hopefully we'll also have the Algoma numbers at lunchtime as well. However, unfortunately, yesterday was International Nurses Day, and the first nurse in Ontario actually passed away yesterday. He was a registered nurse, and he worked at a long-term care home in London called Kensington Village, and that is the first healthcare provider in Ontario to pass away from COVID-19.
That's awful.
And also, StatsCan came out with a survey yesterday. They were talking to new grads and students. They are extremely nervous, obviously. They asked over 100,000 students across Canada over about a 2-week time period, the last 2 weeks of April. And the students are concerned about 4 major things. 1, their online classes. 2, their employment prospects. 3, their finances. And 4, whether or not employers will look at online education as an equivalent to in-class education.
I hope they do.
And for some programs, I can see why. For example, like nursing. I would like my nurse to practice on a dummy and then practice on real people, not do it online.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't the game of operation where if you make a mistake, it just goes buzz and you move on and you try again. So 67% of new grads are worried that they won't find a job even working at a grocery store. They're afraid how this impacts their career goals. And then also, the students who had job offers, 39% of them lost the job that they were offered, 40% had it delayed, and 13% actually still had a job. So slightly over 1 in 10 of new grads that already had a job lined up actually are working at that job now. And to look at students in general, and this wasn't just new grads, this was all students across Canada. Back in February, 52.5% of students had jobs. By the end of April, that number had dropped down to 29.8%.
Oh, my crap.
So even the students who were working, who are trying to work, a lot of, over 20% of them actually lost their jobs. So unfortunately, COVID-19 is hitting everyone, but new grads are particularly stressed right now because the market is just so tight. So.
Well, I know we're talking post-secondary graduation, but my son is in grade 12, and they were talking yesterday about bringing graduation back somehow, or prom, but we're going to get back to that. First, I just want to go to a clip of the Algoma Family Services video we do for the Hashtagging This Together SSM.
Team doing to help flatten the curve right now?
Well, hello, Danielle. Thanks for the opportunity to share some information with you. So once social isolation was put into place, Algoma Family Services staff were all deployed to work from home. So they've all been working out of their home offices or kitchens and providing services. All of our counseling staff have been in contact with all their existing clients. All of our programs have been able to pretty much function as they were providing the service virtually. So either through telephone or through video conferencing. So all counseling sessions are able to be offered that way in a safe, secure way. We are continue to be able to, conduct intakes and still have people transition into programs, so that's been great to be able to do that. Of course, we're not able to offer the group programming, and we did a lot of different groups. So we have groups for children, we have groups for violence against women, women's groups, and we have...
Well, thanks to Danny for that interview. This afternoon we have Big Lake Cabin, which I thought was a place that we could spend the weekend, like, with my kids. Oh, maybe one day we'll go. No, that is a restaurant on Queen Street East. So
they wouldn't appreciate you staying all weekend.
Yeah. Although he did say when things become normal, whatever the new norm is, that they are actually having a weekend party. I said, I told you I'd spend the weekend at Big Lake Cabin. I know. Any more Facebook shout-outs or what?
Oh, yes. Good morning to Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
She also just said hello just a couple minutes ago as well.
That's good. How was your show last night? Did you get the Quebec talk?
Yeah. If you want to see it, you can go back, watch it on Facebook.
I did watch it.
Live on the video on our Facebook page.
Good.
Just click on videos. You'll see it there from last night. Cool. It'll also be going up on YouTube this morning. You can check it out there. But I have a big discussion about the Quebec schools opening and my opinion on that, which I'll tell you is not positive.
I love Chris's opinions, and we get to hear them at 1 o'clock when we will see you next.
Have a good morning, Sault Ste. Marie.